Hello and welcome to another episode of news from the past week with myself David and himself Toby, during which I found that modding your Minecraft client often results in some terrifying swims.
To start with this week, the Conan O'Brien story, which we talked about several weeks ago, has finalised, as our crazed voting clearly let the man himself know that he should take to Minecraft on his Xbox for the first time, and find out why we love the game so much. After hilariously comparing it to David's country of birth, he went on to rate our beloved game with some numbers, and a letter. No spoilers.
This week saw another first as MineTV debuted on our screens and streams last Wednesday night. Sasha Varel headed up the show with the able support of well-known server hosts and all-round good folks Markillian and Stasi. Mojang's customer service manager, Mark Watson, stopped in for a chat, and questions were asked by many inside the studio, including myself and Toby, as well as from viewers in the stream. If you want to see the chat, the laughs and the features, you can re-watch it on this very channel. All in all, it was a great time, and we can't wait to see you guys at the next show in just a week.
Lydia kicked off a commercial/trailer contest in the weekly chunk this week, with the focus being on the 1.3 update that's scheduled for August the 1st. It's a contest which is open to literally anyone. Yep, you too. Get your creative on after watching Lydia's instructional video, full of the details, which we have linked below.
The pre-release for update 1.3 arrived on our screens yesterday, and if you've been following the snapshot news each week, you'll be familiar with pretty much everything in what will become 1.3. We've been playing the pre-release build, so here are several massive and awesome additions which we think are worth you looking out for upon actual release, or right now if you install the pre-release.
The most recent change is that logs now place sideways, meaning it's possible to hide the ugly heart of the wood if you wish. It's a small change, but when you think about all the textures of logs there are, it adds some considerable texture pack options. Combined with half block slabs that can be placed on the top or bottom half of blocks, and now multicoloured upside down stairs, there is a significant change in block placement between 1.2.5 and 1.3, making more detail possible in all of your builds.
The addition of emeralds in the game as a rare currency brings some considerable life to the villages. The trading system has gone from a long thought about idea to reality, adding depth to the villages and inhabitants. Speaking of housed areas, a new generated structure, the pyramid, actually spawned inside this desert village, and if you venture inside these tombs you'll find multiple floors and the hidden treasure chamber, although make sure you don't step on the pressure plate or you'll lose your loot in a TNT explosion.
Whilst we're thinking about traps, tripwire has been added to the game. The hooks are craftable and then string is placed between them up to 40 blocks, creating a redstone current when triggered by a player, mob or other entity. Jungle temples, which are the pyramid's jungly cousins, contain dispenser arrow traps which are triggered by the tripwire system, although if you stay alive and solve the puzzle, there's treasure to be had there as well. There are so many new features, such as single player LAN and chests to help you get started in a new world, but we'll cover more about that next week. Enjoy snooping around the pre-release yourselves, and as always, take care with your files.
That is all from us for this week, folks. You can click here to watch the first MineTV show, or over here on the left to catch up on last week's news. Click subscribe here to be notified about next week's news episode, which will be clickable here on the right when next week rears its beautiful head. That's all from us two. Enjoy your morning, evening, afternoon or night. I'm off to sleep. Ciao!